Hey gang, how you doing? It's Jonathan again from Tailhunter International down here in La Paz, Baja, Mexico. And it's time once again for our Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report. And this is going to cover the week of June 18th to the 25th, summer solstice for 2017. Let's jump right into it, shall we? Listen, it's been a long time since I've been able to say these two great words. Dorado limits. That's right, Dorado limits. Totally excited about this because, you know, with El Nino the last 2.5 seasons, the fishing's just been really off, I've got to tell you. And the Dorado are a bread and butter fish down here. You see all these advertisements for marlin and tuna, and you see the girl in the bikini fighting the big sailfish or whatever. Listen, for Baja, Mexico, the fish that makes it all go is the Dorado. They grow fast, they're fun, they're exciting, they're easy to catch, and that's what we have been missing the last 2 seasons. What we had is either no Dorado or the Dorado were so small, literally the size of trout. All you wanted, the size of trout. But finally, this last week or so, we've had better Dorado fishing. I'm talking 8 to 15 to 20 to 30 pound fish. Finally, it's so great to say the words Dorado limits. For both our Las Arenas and our Tailhunter La Paz fleet, Dorado limits were actually the very common. You know, some days 3, 4 Dorado, depends on which boats, but we were seeing some really nice Dorado catches. You know, I know a lot of you folks in the United States have really had a bit of a heat wave, and it's funny to hear folks from Arizona, Nevada, California, and even Oregon coming down this past week saying they were coming down this week to escape the heat up there. It's been a balmy 95 degrees, still a little bit windy, it's still a little chilly in the mornings. In fact, I've got a Pendleton on. It's windy outside back here on the beach behind me, but it's been a balmy 95 degrees and sunny for the most part, although there is still a little bit of wind and it's still a little bumpy out there. Things are improving, and sure enough, with the conditions improving, the Dorado came on real nicely this week. So let's look at what happened at Las Arenas. You know, we've had a really good roosterfish bite. We've had fish in the 20 to 60 to 80 pound class the last couple weeks, last couple of months. There weren't so many roosterfish this week. Well, it wasn't because the roosterfish weren't there. Same with the wahoo. We've had a really nice wahoo bite the last couple weeks, but it wasn't that the wahoo weren't there either. It's just that with the Dorado there, you know, listen, rather than spend hours and maybe finding one of these home run fish, one of these big boys, how much fun is it to come out with your kids or first timers or your wife, or maybe you've not done a lot of fishing at all and you're hooking into 5, 6, 7, 8 Dorado per day, losing a couple more. That's a lot more fun. And so folks, instead of chasing the bigger fish, and here goes the cat walking by me, instead of chasing the bigger fish, these folks were out there going for the action this week, and it was really nice to have the fish so close to shore, so close to shallow water, literally right inside of Muertos Bay or just outside around Punta Perico. Not to say that the bigger fish weren't there, it's just that with the other fish so close, so prevalent, and so much fun to catch, we were catching more Dorado and not so many of the larger fish. Also, with these Dorado moving in, we saw a lot better action on the marlin. We had a couple striped marlin hooked. There was also a big blue and a big black hook this week as well. These fish are in there eating 5, 10, 15 pound Dorado, so it's a great sign to see some of these marlin waking up and chasing these Dorado. Now, let's talk about the La Paz fleet. Again, how long has it been since I've been able to say that La Paz and Las Arenas were both producing these mahi-mahi? These Dorado are out there. Again, the limits on Dorado were more the rule rather than the exception. If you wanted to chase the Dorado, the key was to find the blue water. There's still some really ugly, thick, kind of dark green water around the islands. There's fish inside of those. There's pargo, there's cabria, there's some really tough amberjack. We were losing a lot of those this week, but if you wanted to find Dorado, the issue was to go out and find the blue water, and it's like night and day. You can see these currents, you can see these water temperatures right next to each other. One side's green, you move over a couple feet and the water's blue. You get into the blue water and sure enough, there's the Dorado. There's sargasso building up there. We've got live bait on the La Paz side that looks like it's going to hold for a while. So if you've got all those conditions together, it looks like the Dorado bite is going to continue to improve for us, and I'm really looking forward to the next couple of weeks and some great Dorado action. So that's going to do it for our Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report for the week of June 18th to the 25th. We're looking forward to having you down. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for spending some time with us. You have a great week. This is Jonathan for Tailhunter International.